Driving is probably one of the riskiest things that most people do in their lives. And one of the major factors influencing your safety on the road is the speed at which vehicles travel. Exceeding the speed limit, even by small amounts, increases a driver's risk of crashing. It both reduces the time they have to identify hazards and increases the distance required to brake safely. Driving too fast for the conditions, even if that's within the speed limit, is also dangerous. This is particularly the case in poor weather or lighting conditions, or on bad roads.
We know that males aged 17 to 25 are overrepresented in road trauma, in serious injury and fatality crashes. We also know that from evidence that there's a number of sort of perceptual biases that young males hold. For instance, they may regard themselves as better than average drivers, and they are also more likely to engage in risky behaviours such as speeding, which of course increases their risk of being involved in a crash. Some of the messages that we subsequently developed looked at really highlighting to young males that it is their choice. They have control over the speed that they choose to drive. So it is something that they can actually consciously do and choose to do, is to stick to the speed limit.
The safety of the road really is a mixture of how fast people are going and the situation in which they're travelling. So that if we have a situation where there are lots of pedestrians, lots of cyclists, the only safe speed is a relatively low speed. Whereas if we have a well-designed motorway with good barriers and so on, we can have higher speed limits.
In the event of a crash, the speed at which a vehicle is travelling also has a strong influence on the likelihood of someone being killed or injured. Pedestrians, cyclists and motorcyclists are particularly vulnerable because they are unprotected from the forces involved in a crash.
Cut your speed. Don't cut a life.